Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to discuss about incident report writing and how to tackle the incident in private security. So let's start with the incident, how to deal the incident while you are working as a security officer, whether it's retail, corporate side, construction side, how you deal the incident. Suppose you are working on a construction site or on a hospital site, and you are present there on your own. Suppose you are working in hospital and you are working with a patient in the bed. How your job will work? You are working with a patient. You are monitoring a patient who is mentally unwell and confused, and he has suicidal threats as well in his medical history that he can finish his life as well. So as a security officer, how you will deal with it, we're going to talk about that. So you are on duty with the patient. Patients normally they are in the hospital for a long time and they want to go outside of the hospital. There are several reasons why they want to go outside. There's several reasons they want to go out for a cigarette, they want to go out for a fresh air, and they want to see what's going on outside because they are inside for so long, and that makes their mental health very ill. So as a security officer, when you are with a patient, you need to understand the patient is not mentally or physically well, and you are there as a security officer to protect them. You cannot do anything which can hurt them emotionally, physically, or anything like this. So first of all, when you are with the patient, you need to, when you come and join your duty with the patient, you need to understand what patient is like to do. So some patients, they are there and they are there for a long time. They are very lonely and they want to talk. They want to talk about anything. Some of them, they might like to talk about football. Some of them, they might like to talk about politics. Some of them, they might like to talk about film industry or anything. So your first thing should be friendly behavior. You should go there in the cubicle and you introduce yourself. Hello, my name is ABC and I am security officer here to observe, to be with you today if you need any help. So be a helping hand. When you are working in hospital security, you are not just security, you are doing a silent job which is called care job as well. So you need to understand what patient needs. You can ask them whatever they need, but before giving them anything, even water, you need to ask the medical staff what they can take and what they cannot, and either you are allowed to give them or not. Then you start talking to them. They might get bored, they are lonely, so you need to talk to them. If some patient, they like football, so you talk to them about football and see how they are feeling and if it is changing their mind. So you carry on that conversation until they go to sleep. Some patients, they have grips on their body, and like I said, with the suicidal threats, they can remove them and they might jump out of the window. So you need to make sure they are not taking that stuff out of their body or trying to use that stuff to harm themselves. So that is also your job, to keep an eye without letting them know. Don't let them go outside the hospital until medical staff allows you, or in case if they have to go outside, the medical staff, one of the medical staff have to go outside with them. So you have a witness. If they try to make a run, you have a witness why the patient have been gone. You are doing your job. And some patients are section 2, that means they cannot leave the premises, and you have a right to restrain them. There's ways of restraining the patient. We will learn about that when we talk about physical intervention of a security guard, how to deal an incident physically. Let's talk about the scenario now. You are with the patient. What shall you do as a security officer? You are with the patient. Patient is lonely, bored. He don't want to talk. They don't want to talk with you. You try your best. They are not talking. They are not taking the medication, and patients start screaming, start crying that they want to leave. They want to go home, or either they want to go outside. So your first job is your own safety. You are here, patient is standing over there. You need to be standing like this professionally, and you politely ask them, "Hello sir, I'm here to help you. Please let me know how I can help you." Ask them what they are looking for, and then reassure them whatever they need, that need will be fulfilled once you speak to the medical staff. So once medical staff arrive, and if they allow you to do something what they want, you can do. Otherwise, you are not entitled to do anything they ask, because the patients, they are always demanding. So you need always consultation with the medical staff. What medical staff advise you, you have to do that. Section 2 patients, they can be restrained, they can be kept in hospital against their will, and there is a process how to do that. So when there is a patient like this who is confused, who is not cooperating, you straight away notify your supervisor on site. This is going on. Write down that in your hourly log sheet, which is duty sheet, what is happening with the patient every hour, what you are doing and what they are demanding from you. And suppose you are in a cubicle with the patient, and patient start freaking out, start throwing things and screaming, crying, they want to leave the hospital, then if as a security officer, then it's your main frontline role comes in, and you have to do things professionally. So number one, what you will do is you will try remove all the stuff they throw in the walls or the doors from their access, so it don't hurt you or any member of the staff. If there is a medical staff present in the cubicle of the patient, and you are there and patient is aggressive and throwing things, your job is, the medical staff standing here, you need to come forward like this. Excuse me sir, I'm here to help you. If you cooperate with us, we will do everything what we need. And if the patient don't listen, then you have a right to restrain them, use minimum force. When you deal this incident, then the incident report writing comes, that how you will write incident report. Incident report is very important part of the person who is doing a private security job, and you must know how to write an incident report. Incident report has 3 phases. First of all, when you're writing an incident report, make sure you're writing incident report as an invisible person. I will emphasize on the word, you need to write incident report as an invisible person. You will mention your name, but you will write in a way that someone else is writing who's seen the incident, and they are writing on behalf of you. So what you will write down in the incident report, first of all, you need to mention the time, date. You will mention the date of the incident. You will mention time of the incident. You will mention ages of the people involved in the incident. If it is one person, you will mention, you will roughly mention the age of the person, age 20 to 25. If you don't guess, if you can guess, you can say age 20 to 25, or age 25 to 30, or age 50 to 55. Then you don't use their nationalities as Pakistani, Indian, English, American. You can only mention their nationality by IC police codes, and those codes are IC1, IC2, IC3, IC4, IC5, and IC9. IC1 is usually used for white European or English. Uh, that's quite common. And if they are IC1, you will put down IC1 male or female, and then you will mention their roughly idea of their age. So when the incident finish, when you're dealing with the incident, keep all these things in your mind. You don't need to write straight away. First you need to tackle the incident. After that we will come to the written point of the incident. So you keep in mind everything what has happened, and as soon as the person or the incident you are dealing is settled down, you need to write down on a paper the incident report. And I forgot to mention here incident report. So when you have successfully dealt with the incident, then you need to write down the incident report, because the incident report is very important. That incident report, if the patient was aggressive, that will go to the medical record. If the medical team thinks that needs to go for future reference, it can be security for that person. So when coming to write down the incident report, first of all, you will mention the date of the incident. You will write down on 3/06/2023. Time 0900. You will use 24-hour time clock. If it is 9 a.m., you will write down 0900 hours, and it should be like this. 2023. Time will be, if it is morning time, you will say 0900 hours. If it is 9 p.m., you will not write down 9 p.m. You will write down 2100 hours. So this is very important, because if you put down the wrong timing here in the incident report, and if the investigation agency, police or any other department, they need to check the CCTV, they will be confused if the timing is wrong, and they might be checking, if you mention daytime, they might be checking in the night. So make sure if it is day, you write down like this. If it is not night, you write down like this, for other people to collect the information regarding the incident. Then you will roughly mention the age of the people, age of the patient, age of the person who is involved in the incident, like I explained before, rough idea. Then you will not mention their nationality. You will use IC police codes. That can be Googled easily. You can Google IC1 to IC9, how to recognize the nationality, and mention to IC8. So in the first part, if your name is like Muhammad Ramazan, so you will start like this on 3/06/23. So Muhammad Ramazan. You can put your initials, if you're comfortable. You can put your full name. You will write down Muhammad Ramazan, or M.R. was present with the patient. You can write down patient name as well. With the patient John Smith. So you will write down on 3/06/23 at 0900 at ABCD Hospital with patient Mr. John Smith in cubicle number 22. patient was confused. I was present as a security officer for observing the patient and for their safety. The patient get aggressive and confused, and I have communicated with the patient and tried to calm them down. Patient did not calm down and tried to run from the hospital. In the result, you will not mention he, she, me. I'm sorry to mention that. You will not mention he, she, me, they. You will mention anybody, his initials, who is involved in the incident. So like you put down your name as Muhammad Ramazan. So you will put down any other security officer or supervisor involved. You will put their name. You will not say he, she, they. Because that will confuse the whole incident report. So this is the introduction of the incident report. Then there is a middle of the incident report. That this is the introduction of the incident report. Any incident you're dealing, that will start like this. So I'm going to come to the middle of the incident report now. So in the middle of the incident report, we'll mention what happened in the incident. So like you deal with the patient try to run and you restrain them and they try to respond back with force, and it takes you like half an hour to get them settled. You put them on the floor. So you, in the middle, you will actually write down what happened during incident and how you dealt it. In the middle, you will mention what happened. You will mention your name and your colleagues' initial names, any medical staff present there, how they help you, how you restrain the patient, if you're working in a retail store, how you dealt with that incident, and how it finished. Now this is the middle part of the incident report. Never ever mention in incident report in any part he, she, they, I. You cannot mention, you can only mention name, because the incident report later can be used as evidence in the court, and the security company and the security officers are responsible and must be capable to write down the incident report, because that is your main skill while you are doing security job. Now we come to the end of the incident report. At the end you will mention how you conclude the incident, and you will mention if there is any injury. So suppose you have dealt with the incident and the person you are dealing during incident, he hit you on your face and you start bleeding from your mouth, or they hit on your eyes, or they hit on any part of your any staff members. If they hit and they get injured, you need to mention the nature of the injury, how they get injured, and what is the nature of the injury. Have the ambulance been called or not? Have the medical services arrived? You need to mention the time of the medical services arrive and leave, and if they take any person with them if they are injured. And if no injuries happen, you will only conclude, I have dealt the, again I will mention, don't mention I have, I'm keep mentioning, so you don't mention I, they, we. So SO, you can write down SO. You don't need to mention security officer, you can only mention SO. That's how the professionals write down the incident report, and that's what you should be doing. So if there is no injuries, you can mention SO Muhammad Ramazan managed to dealt with the incident successfully, patient calmed down, and they now they have taken the medication from the medical staff, and now they are settled and they are sleeping in their room. And if there is no injuries caused, you need to mention exactly these words: no injuries recorded. If there is no injuries, we need to mention exactly these were in the incident report, no injuries recorded. If there is injuries, we need to mention the injuries and the name of the person who got injured. And if there are no injuries, you need to conclude your incident report as a final touch. No injuries recorded, all in order. All in order. And kind regards. We have mentioned the date already in the middle part of the incident, which I previously explained, but you can write down the date as well down here as well. So for the person who is reading this incident report, it is visible for them. I hope you understand today's topic, and I believe it will help you dealing incident scenarios and incident report writing. Thank you for watching. Take care.